Kids, pets, weather, TV hosts, they can all damage sliding screen doors. Today we've got a ripped screen in need of repair, and ACE expert Bill Steinhauser is just the guy to walk me through this project. And Bill, this is a pretty common DIY you guys handle.
It definitely is. Holes in the screen right by the handle especially is a common thing that we see all the time. Very easy to do. It takes about maybe half hour.
This easy project does come with a few supplies. We grab a utility knife, screwdriver, some spline, and a roller tool. And then the most important supply, the new screening.
The easiest one to use would be what they call a fiberglass screening. You do have aluminum, you do have a heavy duty one called pet screening. If you got pets clawing at the screen, anything like that. For this one, we're going to use fiberglass. It's the most common, pretty easy to put in.
What is the first step of this project though?
What we're going to do is just remove the handle, 2 screws, take the spline out, and then just remove all the screening.
Okay, let's get to work. Now do we have to take the handle off both sides or just one side?
Just the one side, just the side that the actual screening goes into.
Okay.
Okay. Next, you're going to pop out the spline. The spline is the rubber that actually holds in the screening itself. The screening's next. You just pull that out. Here's a roll of our fiberglass screening that we're going to use. You just place it on top, roll it out. If you don't have a full roll, it would take about 7 feet of screening at your Ace Hardware, and they can cut it to you by the foot as well. Most standard patio doors are about 30 to 36 inches wide, and that's a pretty common size for screening. The biggest thing when you're doing in screen repair and rolling in the screen is we like to do right, left, bottom, top.
Okay.
If you try to go all the way in a big circle, it's going to pull the screening and you'll have ripples and problems later on down the line.
Bill's got another pro tip for me. Pre-roll the screen onto the track before you add the spline. Not only does this make it easier when you add the spline, but it also prevents ripping.
So what we're going to do is just start from the bottom, and as you're going, you can stretch the spline a little bit. When you're done with the first side, Ryan, what I usually do is just kind of guesstimate what you're going to need.
Okay.
Cut it. It's easier when you're working in 2 basically L shapes, one for the side in the top, one for the side in the bottom. It'll make it easier in the long run instead of having one big piece.
Yep. So we've got the right side in. Now onto the opposite side of the door with a fresh piece of spline. Bill pre-rolls it for me, and then I add the spline.
Hold it with one hand, there you go.
Okay.
And then just roll it in like that.
Rip the screen.
Don't rip the spline. What we can do now is cut the roll, cut it right down the middle here, just so we can get rid of the rolling out of our way.
With side 2 done, we roll right along and finish up the third side.
Now that we've got the third side in, we'll just snip this spline.
Okay.
And that can get out of our way. We'll take the screwdriver and just pop in these corners. You just want to make sure those corners are nice and tight down in the screen so they don't pop out later.
We flip the screen and finish up our fourth side. All right, Bill, all the spline is in. This looks great, except we got a little excess screen left over here that we need to take care of, right?
Yep. So we'll just start at the top and give it a little tug as you're going along, Ryan, just to make sure it kind of clears out of your way so you don't make more of a mess.
To finish this bad boy up, we add our handle. And boom, we're done in less than 30 minutes. This is an easy project, and it will only set you back about $20 in supplies. But you can always take your broken screen to Ace Hardware, and they'll fix it for you at a similar price point. All right, so I'll just take this home, put it back up, and be ready for the summer months.
That's right, Ryan, you're all set.